dream-inspired, you mean, right?
Yes, I think that's what he means.
I think that's what he means, yeah, because I guarantee there'll be some great songs. But I would say more and more. I seem to see it's a trend here that I don't know if my book has contributed to it. More and more artists are kind of using it as a little catchphrase and maybe intentionally starting to dream. I think it's about 7 years now, 7 years my book's been out there, so maybe that's inspiring some people. So I assume that people are starting to use the skills of, well, that's pressing the soundtrack button for their dreams a little more consciously, intending it, maybe working in the studio right after they wake up, etc. Lenny Kravitz does that. Obviously, Billy Joel's done it a whole bunch. An interesting one was just recent, a couple months ago on her birthday, Dolly Parton said she dreamt the whole inspiration for her latest song there. Don't make me have to come down there.
Oh, yes. I heard about that.
So I think more and more are coming as we see, and the artists are getting better and better at it too. It's kind of exciting to get some really nice sort of channeled or like deeply subconscious music brought out to it.
You've got an ongoing dream mastery and lucid dreaming teleclass through the website craigweb.ca. Tell us about that.
Yeah, and the direct link is applieddreaming.com with 2 Ds. Which is great. Someone just wrote me here during the show, which is that, wow, where can I learn more about this? I do private coaching and training. That's a little more common right now because it's been, I guess, a busy schedule, not so much time to pull classes together, although there's probably one starting in April. So if you want to be more of a team adventure, that'll probably be in April, but it might just be for more advanced students who work with me. But I certainly do training or coaching. Like it's just like a certain skill.
This site doesn't contain ads, so please bookmark this to watch the latest movie and TV series.
Lucidity tips, how to work with nightmares, that kind of thing. You can reach out to me at craigweb.ca. And if you find that valuable and you resonate, then yeah, sure, we can go deeper, no problem.
All right, let's try to squeeze in one more at least. Scott is in San Diego. Welcome, Scott.
Hello, hey, Richard, hey, Craig. Thanks for being part of the conversation.
My pleasure.
Love their music.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, I have a question, and also I had a comment that the first caller said where there was a study back 20 years or so that I remember so vividly that blind people that were born blind, they actually dream in senses like smells and touch, and I thought that was very fascinating. And then my question is, can deja vu be linked to the dream state? Very good. Are you a deja vu person? Have you had that? I have had that when I was younger. I had it recently, but not nearly as much now that I'm older. Yeah, well, some of these, say, interceptions do sort of trail off and find practical ways to use them. And I say that for me as well as everybody else. So certainly it's connected, even maybe this isn't quite as obvious, but deja vu is French. Yeah, I'll have to talk about that because I'm from Montreal here. Bilingual thing. So it means already seen, and a lot of people do associate and actually remember pretty clearly. Sometimes they link it that they've dreamt something before.
That's an incredible
one. Playing out in waking life as a moment. So a deja vu. There's actually a few little interesting variations. I won't get into details. So you can explore online. There's also variations. I guess maybe different inner senses. So deja VDK. Already been there at a certain location, it can happen sometimes. Physical location.
You ever just be like,
deja vu, and then deja vu, and then variations where people know everything the person's going to say, and sort of very clear deja vu or deja vu moments. So fun stuff to explore, and sometimes it's very valuable and interesting. The author Richard Bach might have by following a deja vu.
Discord mods. Now I understand why you guys all suck. 20.
Could be some pretty practical probability fortunate here in life, different timelines and different endings to play out through different.
Fascinating. One of the more prosaic, I guess, explanations I heard from deja vu from a science perspective, and I don't know that I buy this, but it's explain deja vu as a slight difference in the lengths of your optic nerve from your left and your right eye. So one eye is getting the information slightly sooner than the other eye, and then it's processing it differently. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know. I have to see the study, to be right, but just for the time of the nerve impulse, even if the optic nerve shorter, that'll only be like milliseconds. But there could be something that's in the brain that's related to that does give somebody more likelihood to have deja vu. Could be something linked to it almost genetically, I guess. But who knows? Lots of research to be done still.
Yes, absolutely. And these 2 hours flew by. Always great talking to you about dreams. It's I could talk endlessly about them, and I always learn so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, doing thanks to all the callers, and I hope you have a really busy hour here.
What the fuck is that thing called?
The dream conversation going, I hope. All right, Craig Webb. When we come back, open lines, we can continue to talk about dreams, prophetic dreams, dreams that inspire your creativity. Taking us into the break, here's Leonard Scared and Tuesday's Gone on Coast to Coast AM.
Tuesday's gonna be so let's get out this one. No, no fire. Myślę, że tak There's
for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out. AA, CL. Check engine light on? We'll check it for free.
On IC's Daily Game podcast, the cultural icon unveils words of wisdom and motivational quotes he's collected over the years. No punches are pulled, as Ice shares his special brand of profound and brutal honesty on topics like romance, success, failure, and more.
You can't sit back and say, I'm going to win this game and not go to practice. You still got to play that game. Faith and your mind is just not going to make it happen.
Listen to Ice-T's Daily Game on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
I've been a small business person my entire adult life, and over the years, several HR issues I got moved up. I could never afford an HR person, but there's an answer, Bambi.com. And with Bambi, you get an HR person starting at just $99 per month. And I thought this was too good to be true. This is real. Bambi helps you deal with your HR problems, like writing HR policies, sexual harassment training, hostile work environment, terminations. That was my problem. People complaining about other employees, all putting you and your business at risk. With Bambi, you get access to your own dedicated HR manager available by phone, email, real-time chat. Go to Bambi.com, type in KFI under the radio drop-down when you sign up. Bambi.com, that's KFI under the radio drop-down. I want the credit, please. Spell BAM, B-E-E, that's BAM, B-E-E, that's Bambi.com. Portions of the following program will be recorded.
Los Angeles, Orange County, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Mommy is going to jail. I'm Andrew Carabello from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A woman has been arrested for allegedly abandoning her newborn baby at a gas station in Fullerton.
Rain Man.
Bathroom, trash can of the location. Sergeant Ryan O'Neill said the infant was taken to the hospital. Surveillance footage yesterday led detectives to a car possibly linked to the crime.
Detectives served a search warrant at approximately 1:45 this morning. A 25-year-old female resident, Vanessa Maldonado, was arrested for attempt murder and felony child abuse.
O'Neill says the safely surrendered baby law allows any person to surrender a baby to any hospital, fire station, or other designated
has been found guilty of trying to assault a jogger, Laguna Niguel, and then breaking into the home of an 88-year-old woman and sexually assaulting her. The attack happened in 2019. The older woman was on the phone with 911 when she was attacked. The man told police he was fulfilling her fantasy. He'll be sentenced in July. 2 of the 3 LAPD officers shot during a standoff in Lincoln Heights have been released from a hospital. Officials say the injuries included gunshots to the arm and leg. One officer was hit in the torso, but it's possible the force of the hit was deflected by the officer's ballistic vest. The 3rd officer injured on Wednesday night will remain in the hospital for more treatment. The LAPD says the man who shot the officers was found dead inside a shed from a possible self-inflicted gunshot wound. Deputy Director of the Department of Water Resources, Don Page, says that measures meant to combat floods across the state will prove effective during this month's stormy and active weather. Page says that the department's mission is to sustainably manage California's water resources to protect the environment and to protect public safety.
Our efforts during the current storm response include the weather hydraulic analysis and dissemination, coordination among reservoir operators and flood managers, and technical and direct assistance to meet local and county needs coordinated with Cal OES.
Page says he wants to commend the local and county flood and emergency managers for being proactive. He says the efforts are led primarily out of the State Federal Flood Operations Center in Sacramento. KFI weather. Saturday is going to have more wet weather. Highs are going to be in the 50s and 60s across the Southland, at the beaches, Metro LA, Orange County, the valleys, IE, Antelope Valley. Weather shapes up by Sunday with partly cloudy skies across Southern California. Right now, Brea 55, Tustin 57, San Dimas 55, and in Long Beach 58 degrees. We lead local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Andrew Caravella.
Hey, it's Gene Sharp. If you're planning on going solar or even thinking about going solar, then listen up. Time is running out to secure the best possible solar reimbursement with the state of California. Last year, the state and your utility company got together and changed the way new solar systems get reimbursed for the power they produce. And as you can guess, it's not as good for you and me. In fact, it's about 75% less than the old system. The good news is there is a grandfathering period, and you can still permanently lock in those amazing rates. But time is running out. The deadline to have your solar documents filed is April 14th. So how do you do that? You start by calling Sunlux, and you call them today. Sunlux will walk you through how to lock in the current rate. Even if you're not ready to install the system, it's okay. Call Sunlux and get your documents filed. There is no time to waste to lock in the best returns on solar power that you ever see. Start today at sunlux.com. Sunlux.com. CSLB 100374. In this week's Marketers Report, Patricia Spanioletta, Global Chief Marketing Officer, Direct to Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on building trust.
Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more. Everybody needs a hero.
You lost your cat up this tree?
Yeah, he's right up there and scared to come down.
Hang on, I'll get him for you.
Be careful,
This is
mister.
the worst commercial of all time. Talking about pushing a tree.
Where did you come from? And where's your knot and tape?
What? Oh, no, your mom and dad called us to clean out your shower drain.
Why?
They were up a tree too.
Really?
Your drain was really clogged, bad enough, and we have to stop that
This is
nasty
just the
stuff
worst
from
commercial
invading
ever.
your bathroom.
So
You're not
what?
in the cat business.
Try to
You're
be every
tell
day.
them about
We have
your
litter
brand.
drills.
Wow.
Don't tell them about
We
this
make sure
fucking
you live in a
cat.
safe, clean house. So long.
Thanks
They're
for
the furniture
rescuing
outlets.
George.
It's what a hero does.
Or no.
If you have a clogged drain, call Your Hero Plumbing and Air. Go online at
Joe Pandol used to be
riverheroes.com.
big. Yeah, maybe big.
Why would a plumber just tell me what it costs to unclog my drain over the phone? Is it that complicated?
Yeah, for hey,
No,
never
it's
stop.
not. It makes no sense at all. They obviously
For
have
a
a
kid
price.
wants to be so fucking
You've got an idea.
dominant.
Who are you?
in sports.
Mike Diamond, the
They want
Snow
basketball. Basketball is
Will you tell me how much to unstop my drain?
$99.
But you haven't seen it.
Don't need to. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchen sink or a mainline sewer stopper. The Smell Good Plumbers of Mike Diamond will unclog almost any drain for $99.
Almost.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but you can read all about them on our website before you call. Just go to thesmellgoodplumber.com.
Wow,
Right, yeah.
you're like up front. and everything. I just told a guy named Bubba who wouldn't tell me anything.
No Bubba's here, man. Just professional plumbers who show up on time, smell good, and unclog drains for $99. Call us 1-800-446-MIKE. Contact your license number 39917. KFI AM 640. KFI AM 640. KFI live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640.
Who else is that? What is on? Only two leading ones draw both men's and same time. What is on? Two?
To talk to Richard Serrage, call the wildcard line at 818-501-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-721. To talk to Richard from east of the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies, toll free, call 800-618-8255. This is Coast to Coast AM with your guest host, Richard Serrage.
Setting in for George Norrie. This is Lucinda Williams and Drunken Angel. All right, open lines.
Wait, what is this?
Politics and COVID-free zone, but we could continue to talk about dreams, prophetic or precognitive dreams. I'd love to hear about yours, or dreams that inspired you to create something meaningful. In 1922, Danish physicist Niels Bohr received the Nobel Peace Prize in Physics for conceiving the model of the atom. He was a sneezing away when he had a vision of the planets attached to pieces of string circling the sun. He woke up from this dream and suddenly could envision the movement of electrons. And he said sleep is not just vital to health, but perhaps the greatest single source of creativity. Dmitry Mendeleev first came up with the idea for the periodic table in a dream. Unable to figure out how to arrange the elements, he used music in his dream to figure out the best way was by their properties and atomic weight. Beethoven was rumored to be a prolific dreamer, hearing many of his piano sonatas in his dreams and writing them out afterwards. And some historians even say his dreams feature instruments not yet invented. Tell me about your prophetic dreams and dreams that inspired your creativity. Your calls next on Coast to Coast AM.
Tax season can be taxing on your identity because all your personal information is all in one place, getting emailed, shared, and possibly exposed to identity thieves. Tax forms can be like one-stop shops for ID thieves, which means it can be dangerously easy to identify. Protection against identity theft is easier with LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock by Norton helps monitor your info and alerts you to potential identity threats. And if you do become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it during tax season and beyond. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can make sure your identity theft protection starts here. Join LifeLock today. Save up to 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com and use promo code George. That's lifelock.com. Use promo code George to save 25% off. LifeLock.com.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I gotta tell you, I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too, but I'm glad we are. Love has no labels, and one small step are helping people with different political views, talk, and listen to one another, they can break down boundaries and connect as human beings. At lovehasnolabels.com/one-small-step, you can listen to amazing, life-changing conversations and find simple tools to start a conversation of your own.
I know one thing. This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope.
Yosh, call one.
Take a step toward bringing our country
Call
and
one.
your community together
So
by
I don't
having
think you
the
can
courage
join
to
call
start a
one.
conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/one-small-step. A message from StoryCorps.
You're gonna be like, oh, you're a cunt. I wish. Then I know why I can't join it. Yosh. Yosh. What's it saying?
Welcome back to Coast to
No one
Coast
knows.
AM. Richard Serrett sitting in for George Muir.
Yosh.
I'm coming to you live from my home studio.
Stop. It's an old Thornhill.
North of Toronto, and we can go just about any direction you want.
Yoshi.
Free,
Hey, Crazian.
all of it's free zone.
I'm a crazy
zone,
Asian.
but we can continue to talk about
Crazy Rich
crazy.
Asian.
And
Remember, Yosh?
so east of the Rockies, Ray is trucking in Kentucky. Ray, welcome. Hello. Hey there, Ray. I think I lost you. Are you there? Yeah, I'm here. There you are. There you are. All right, great. Okay, what do you got for us?
Oh my God, I just want to call and say, hey, you know, I was listening to the former guest, and I really believe in dreams and all that. And dreams really come true.
What
they
up,
come
Ken?
more true, I think, when they come from our moral,
Hey,
spiritual inside. I know I write off the top of my head. It is just beautiful as way dreams react.
You got that right. You know, someone once said the best way for dreams to come true is to wake up. To wake up and live your dream. Great. Thank you so
Damn,
much.
dude.
And,
That's fucking profound,
safe
Yoshi.
travels, my friend. Roger is trucking in Indiana. We love the truckers here on Coast to Coast. Hey, Roger, good morning. Welcome.
I got two things. I'll mention that Jim has one. I hate to admit it, but I used to break Apple programs, and I got the code for Apple Flight Simulator, but I could not figure it out. I fell asleep. When I woke up, I thought block. That's what they were doing. They're reading it in as block. All I had to do is change that. Got rid of the protection. Something else recently. I got Ian about it. Ian thought it'd be a good subject. But there's a protein in our cells. So let me start with something else. Would you pay for insurance if it only repairs your car and won't replace it if it's old?
Well, I might consider paying for it, but it would have to be considerably a discounted rate.
Yeah.
I mean, if they,
Well,
yeah.
What I'm getting at, there's the protein in our cells, protein 53 BP1. They list it as repairing only. They say, oh, you want to repair your DNA. Well, no, I don't agree with that. I think I figured out a way that it can replace DNA. And if that were documented, the media books, the medical books documented how, that protein replaces DNA, they would know the cause of the common cold.
And did this come to you in a dream by any chance, Roger?
I have, like, this got stuck in my mind. There's something here, and I just kept tracking stuff down to further. The more I talk to people, the more I realize, wait a second, something's going on here.
It's fine.
To me, it's real simple, but people kept telling me, people
It's
with new
fine.
biology
My
said, no, you can't do that.
It's fine.
That to explain the 1582 food, the 1857 food, the 1889 Russian food, because all those, they had enough radiation from the sun to damage DNA.
Finish yourself.
And if they couldn't replace DNA, nobody gets sick.
Just seconds.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's one of the great things about trucking, I guess, is that you have so much time to just think.
Yeah,
Right?
check it out.
Can I tell you how it replaces DNA?
Most convenient test.
It's
In
pretty
fact,
actually.
Okay,
With all
it's
the
pretty simple. Let's hear it.
it's just as
Well, it uses intercellular communication.
Not really.
There are a few different ways to do it. I'm not going to mention the exact name right now, but it uses intercellular
Why in the
communication
fuck did Nike
to ask for health to and you can't transfer DNA from cell to cell. You can only transfer mRNA. So it's when the other cell gives it what it needs, it gives it two things. It gives it a bunch of RNA saying you can enable reverse transcription.
Oh no, it says
You know,
easy setup and take up with
and
3
here's
sex
your
10.
mRNA.
It's called 3 sex 10.
So that's what's happening during the common cold. It's like you're sending two things out, and it's rebuilding DNA. And if you ever had the common cold, all the cells in your body tingle like, what's going on here? You're
No,
trying
she
to
keeps the
replace
rain
the
up.
DNA in
Then
your
we'll all
cells.
keep it dry.
But it's
There you go.
put mRNA, so it doesn't, you know, so you end up with the same
Double
DNA.
stitching gosh.
All right, thank you, Nick.
Roger.
I want
Great stuff.
7
What did you
stitches.
think?
Just seatbelt material.
Keep thinking, Roger. Keep driving. Keep your hands on the wheel. Keep thinking. Let's say hi to. Let's see where we're gonna go. Let me just refresh that screen. And Logan, first-time caller in Sonora, California. Logan, welcome.
Hi, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're great.
Sorry,
Thanks.
cracked your foot.
I'm great.
So come down.
So about dreams, I just had a question. I used to be I used to get sleep paralysis a lot. And it took about every ounce of willpower I had to kind of force myself to wake up. And then ever since then, I became a very lucid dreamer.
Oh my god,
I
it's
can
gonna
kind
be
of
a
just force
fucking
my dreams
crash.
into submission and kind of
You heard it here
where I
first.
want
There's gonna be a
dreams to
stock
go.
market
I'm
crash,
curious
like a
as
banking
to-
collapse,
and
be
we had any
huge,
ideas of why
huge,
that became a thing.
huge collapse, giant,
Well,
the biggest collapse
are
in
you
global
asking whether
history.
it's related to the sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry we didn't get you on with Craig Webb. He might have some thoughts on that. But if I'm remembering what he said correctly regarding lucid dreaming,
Motherfucker's
somehow,
gonna die, son.
just
What's
through
up?
the power of your attention, you can make it happen. So you were so focused, I guess, trying to get yourself out of the sleep paralysis. I guess that was a pretty powerful intention. So maybe that's why you're lucid dreaming.
Drops
Now,
you.
when you were having sleep
Really?
paralysis, were you being
Yeah.
visited by the
What?
It felt more like somebody was sitting down on my chest, and it would just kind of take every ounce of my energy to get my arms to move maybe half an inch enough to feel something on my hand.
I'm such a
and
west
then I
side
would
of that motherfucker.
wake up from it. It would be consistently while I was, I'd work and then I'd babysit, and there'd always be while I was extremely
Snap attack.
tired.
Oh, that's tight.
The kids would be running around, and
That's
I
exactly what I
had
wanted to have.
vivid memories of, what they were doing. I could see through the look
Greg,
in
get your
my
toast,
eyes,
get your-
hear what they were watching, and it just, I couldn't move off the couch.
Must be terrifying.
What?
Yeah, it was,
Fuck,
absolutely was. I haven't had that in about 15 years now, and now it's just kind of, if I'm having a dream I don't like, I kind of just take over. I always remember every bit of it. So, it seems to give me
Heavy
control over
Gilmore
how I
becomes big.
influence my own dreams.
This bitch becomes big.
Wow, that's one positive that came out of that very frightening situation. So that's great news. Well, thank you so much. Great. Appreciate the call.
First-time caller for any kind of radio station, so don't forget.
Hey, welcome, Logan. You made it. We're glad to have you aboard. Hope you'll call again and be a second-time caller. Let's say hi to
You can call it
Carlos is in
on the wild card line.
California. Hey, Carlos, welcome.
Rabbi on the wild card line. Hey, dog. I'm on Twitter Spaces. We're talking about politics. Disclosure.
I wonder if McCarthy was being influenced by Alistair Crowley. The Golden Dawn. You know who Alistair Crowley, right?
Of course, yes.
Yes. The big great discoverer of Sergeant Pepper's album.
Yes, it is.
He was this all these esoteric philosophy, Satanism and all that. I wonder if he inspired me in this way to write it on. Okay.
What up, Westside? Is that a cat?
I have personal experience
Like your
with
cat,
dreams.
dog.
I
Cat, dog.
never used to believe in spirits, but one
Westside.
night I dreamed about a late great Luke Snyder. He appeared to me.
What about D. Snyder, motherfucker?
Out 2 hours before my time, and he was the outfielder for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and he was later he did the play-by-play for the Montreal Expo games. That's how I remember him.
Okay, I didn't know that, but I met him as a kid because I was a Dodger fan back then. But he appeared to me in the dream, and he was saying it. He was stuck there. When I woke up, I turned on the television, and there was a newscast saying, "We regret the passing of former Dodger great player." So it appears to me that as he died, he appeared to be, and maybe thousands of other kids. I don't know. Possibly it appeared to be as he was probably dying or had died. And I haven't thought about that in many years. Why I thought about it now. Here, this is not one of my experiences. I mean, it really shocked me, to be honest with you, because there was the contiguity of those two events. Really shocked me. I don't know what to make of it.
Well, I think maybe there's something to what you said. Maybe he did reach out to you and thousands of other kids or other people that remembered him when they were children. Did he say anything to you in his dream?
No, he was just there. His face was just there. Differently when I met him as a kid. He probably in his 30s when I met him. That was a big thing.
I want to read about Discord.
He was just there. Didn't say anything. Just looked at me.
Discord mods being douchey.
I don't need to say goodbye. Up to the next day when I heard the newscast, because evidently the two events were all related there.
Right. I didn't came to say goodbye.
What was that?
I said maybe he came to say goodbye.
Maybe so. Well, rest in peace. I'm sure he's doing well. And he's hitting home runs wherever he's at.
That's right. He's shagging flies in center field. Carlos, thank you for the call. Let's see. What do we have next? Let's say hi to Joe in the Bronx. Joe, welcome to Coast. Good morning.
How are you, Richard?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Yeah, interesting segment with Greg. I'm a songwriter, Richard, and I think of my lyrics while I'm awake more so than taking inspiration from my dreams. So I was going to ask Craig if there's an average length of time that it takes from conception to distribution of a song. I'm interested in that, that time period. Also, we're thinking about my lyrics. They're more inspired by what I experience in life than what I experience in my dream life. So, do you have an answer maybe on behalf of Craig?
Well, when you say from conception to distribution, you mean the moment you write the song to when it gets marketed and distributed and
exactly
an average. Wow. Well, I guess it would depend on the artist. I mean, the Beatles were churning out material. They were under such pressure, to come up with 12 new tracks or whatever they put on an LP. That they would literally be writing songs in the studio while they were recording the album. So in their case, it would have been a very quick turnaround. People forget back in the 60s, there were artists that were recording like 2 albums a year. And now, I think it's, like once every 3 years. Many artists will record a new album because, they're out there touring, bands now make their music with their money touring, not so much on record sales. So,
Are you fucking
serious? As much as live shows. I don't think it's an average necessarily. And, your songs are informed by the workaday reality. That's another type of, songwriting. Your songs tend to be more literal.
You have a dream-like quality to them, meaning that lot of my songs, a lot of my lyrics are surreal. A lot of my songs are dark. And I guess it comes from my own proportion of reality, maybe, in a sense.
I'm pretty sure most stores are going to have artificial intelligence and software. Stick a piece of bread in it, and it's going to use ChatGPT to figure out just how to fry how to toast it to perfection. Now, the catalyst for these dirty diapers is this post right here. When it comes to sharing AI experiences with your friends, there's no place like this. Today, we're introducing AI experiments, including a chatbot named Klein. So, of course, at this point, let's try to see if we can find it. Okay, maybe it's not all bad. Let's go to Discord AI. All right, let's see what they've got. Discord is your place for AI with friends.
Music writer lately, and I had a thing where music actually helped me with my dreams. Kind of the worst of what was that. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting topic, and it kind of really bothered my mind. But so I was in schooling a while back, and I was doing a lot of solitary confinement, and I had a lot of time to myself. So I started writing songs, and I had about 50, 60 songs, and I really wanted to keep them and remember them, and I value them. So I started memorizing every single song that I wrote. And as it was happening, as I started remembering all of them, it was over a 2-week period. I was sitting in my cell, and all of a sudden I remembered my dreams from when I was like 1 year old, 2 years old. I started remembering dreams more than I actually remembered reality. So it was like 7 times, 7 during the day, just like I'm sitting there and I'm like, whoa, I just remember that day or this day, and it was weird how I recall the exact time and place, but it was just a weird correlation how remembering my song, it helped me remember my dreams, and it just blew my mind, really. Because it was hard in solitary confinement, how did you compose your music? But we had a MP3 player, so I would just listen to songs that my phone has the MP3 player, and I just listen to songs, and some of them I just post just by myself when I didn't have music, so I just do those beats, but I just try to memorize them all now.
The statement is directly for disclosure. You are violating people's privacy. Hear me again. You are violating privacy. You are violating their ability to securely communicate with personal communication in Luxembourg, and are going to cause yourself legal trouble. Again, if you're using Discord for your professional confidential work, that's an L on you. Because there are plenty of privacy-focused Discord bots out there. I really hate it when people use Discord and they think that this is the only option they have. If you give that much of a shit about privacy, I'm going to show you an alternative right here. Now, Matrix is basically a framework and protocol designed for secure, decentralized real-time communication. And of course, elements of this isn't entirely used in this piece of software to show you. One known as repost, which is literally designed to be like a Discord clone. It doesn't have all the features, obviously, but it's designed so that all your conversations are confidential and your data is secure. I'm Andy Sarabella from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A teacher in Nashville City accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a former student has been arrested again just 2 days after bailing out of jail. Officials say the teacher was initially arrested Tuesday when Aaron called her suspicious. The 13-year-old child is in a relationship with a woman. The teacher was booked on suspicion of 6 felony counts. After posting bail, the woman was arrested again on Thursday on 14 additional counts, including lewd acts with a minor. A car has been stolen in West Hollywood with a 92-year-old woman still inside. Emergency alert was sent to phones in SoCal just before 12 on Friday afternoon. The LAPD says officers went to the Grove to investigate a car theft. The car was found somewhere in the Hollywood Hills with the woman unharmed. The thief was taken into custody. KFI weather. Saturday's going to have more wet weather in the forecast. Highs
residents still be in the 50s and 60s across the Southland, Metro, LA, Orange County, the Valley, IE, and Antelope Valley. We lead local. From the KFI 24 News, I'm Andrew Bella.
One of their benefits to support that, they basically have one of those kind of trending Discord plus your video call voice calls in channels, including your screen shares. Now, if you've ever been part of Discord screen shares, not that live would ever do something like that, but people often live stream their desktop opportunities together. So yeah, screen shares, that's one of the main reasons people use that feature. Also, you can replay, and of course, video voice calls and channels could potentially be recorded. A lot of people come to this conclusion all because of their privacy policy, but you updated a month, which is effective the 27th of March of this year. Discord will report stored video calls and voice call channels in your screen shares. So basically, they're enforcing a lot of their actual privacy policy, where they said we generally do not store the contents of videos or voice calls in our channels. Now, people assume that Discord was an audio recording of calls in their own words. They wrote, we generally do not. That means it gives them free rein to potentially tap into our border. Now, of course, is Discord going to record your conversations and support them on their servers? There are a lot of laws around wiretapping and recording conversations and scoring them. And there are a lot of new data protection laws in Europe, United Kingdom, States, Canada, you name it, where they would actually be fined heavily if they were just storing and sharing your video calls around. Not saying that any service can't do that, but to pretend that they're just going to wiretap you and store you and keep your data for like 6 months to a year is a little bit okay. There are laws that protect you from that. Because it's not doing that, they would get really double fined. Now, of course, we also don't store streaming content. We don't share your streams. So again, we also don't store it, which is what they used to say. Obviously, they were remotely storing more content. Your screen content, your screen shares for, I would assume, one major reason. A lot of people use this for movie nights, and I assume Discord has been getting a lot of fun from a lot of like big publishing companies, where literally Discord can be used to violate the DMCA. Literally, stream movies to each other. If Discord lets you do that, it could absolutely, possibly be held liable. Again, I'm not aware, but I assume that Discord is looking into the screen shares now. So if they want to stop you from streaming the newest movie that came out, they may just prevent your screen shares, or they may implement some compromises to stop your screen shares. They'll limit your screen sharing copyrighted content. Again, it's not something I necessarily agree with, but I get it. If they're participating in this and they are held liable, we're going to try stopping it as much as they can. Discord does it, YouTube does it, Twitch does it. Any site that allows you to share your desktop, share content, is going to end up cracking down on illegally sharing content. And I assume that's why they didn't put it there entire or they removed that entire statement. Now, of course, in Discord's main thing, one of the things that I wanted to read here is what information do they end up collecting? So according to Discord, you provide them your account information, obviously username, password, emails, whatever you sign up. The content you create, so basically whatever you upload, such as messages, posts, voice messages, custom emojis, short recordings of your online activity, and upload and share files through the services. So again, that's information you're providing to them, and that's part of the information, obviously, they collect. So obviously your payment information, which you provide, information from actions you take, which is obviously metadata from various decisions you take on your services, optional features, where they need certain pieces of information, like that AI bot, and so on and so forth. Now, I tried really combing through this entire terms of services. It's not like Discord is doing anything that is more like gaming than every other service that exists out there. In reality, they created an AI tool, and they're probably going to record snippets of your conversations, videos, or whatever, just to assist. Or maybe serve some sort of moderation. I've also heard rumors that because PlayStation now has Discord, and because of Sony's specific privacy requirements or Sony's requirements, they may have to retrieve certain pieces of voice data for a very
short amount of time or just for very specific reasons. Again, I think the general idea is, I don't agree with this. I don't think any service should be storing your information. But then again, Discord is ultimately a free-to-use service, right? Generally, when you use a free service like Discord, you are giving up some of your information. Now, if they use your data to participate in your AI chatbot, then just by using their service, you're effectively giving up your rights. Which, if you're actually worried about that, if there's a worried about your work that's being shared with their server, possibly fed into their AI tools, you should absolutely stop using Discord, or at least look through the settings and check the features where you're likely control AI if they have, and switch to services like ViralRabbi. Because if you're genuinely worried about disappearance of your information for your own benefit, they probably have the right to do it every time you use the service and you sign up to their privacy policy features. You're giving the keys to the VIP to these operations. So if you genuinely are worried about that, which means great to see, use different services and stop using Discord. But this is one of those situations where I personally think this is mostly a nothing burger. It's not that Discord has really changed anything in their terms of services. It's just that they've implemented new features and they've given themselves some leeway for potential moderation or compliance. That said, though, ladies and gentlemen, like we saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it, dislike it.
Bradbury was 12 years old when his uncle Lester Mulber was murdered during a robbery gone wrong in October 1932. As the young Bradbury grappled with his own mortality, he was drawn to a Chicago area performance by Mr. Electrico, who was traveling the country with a visiting service. According to a 1980 essay by Bradbury, the magician sat with a sword in hand on an electric chair, zapped with somewhere between 50,000 and 10 billion volts of electricity. The number changes depending on the retelling. His hair stood on end and sparks leaped between his teeth. Then, Bradbury wrote, he stood and brushed an Excalibur sword over the heads of the children, knighting them with fire. When he came to me, he tapped me on both shoulders and then the tip of my nose. The lightning jumped into me. Mr. Electrico cried, "Live forever." The next day, Bradbury attended his own. Afterward, he returned to the circus where he met with Mr. Electrico. The magician revealed that he was a former minister and introduced Bradbury to some of the other sideshow performers. Several would later inspire characters in Aubrey's work, including the Illustrated Man. "We've met before," Mr. Electrico told Bradbury. "You were my best friend in France in 1918, and you died in my arms in the Battle of the Ardennes Forest that year. And here you are, born again, in a new body, with a new name. Welcome back." You can read more of this amazing story, this little-known chapter in the life of Ray Bradbury. That's in the news section of the Coast to Coast AM.com. George Norrie is coming to Sedona, Arizona, and the Sedona Performing Arts Center. It's a show for free, and it's part of the Sedona Ascension Retreat. And you can get ready for a quantum leap into 5D New Earth Consciousness. That's happening Saturday, March the 18th at 8 p.m. And for more information, you can go to SedonaAscensionRetreats.com. SedonaAscensionRetreats.com. All right, back to more of your calls. Open lines continue right after these on Coast to Coast AM.
I know you're going to want some after hearing this. This is an amazing story. With guys Stephen and Malachi Gregory from Nelson, New Zealand. I understand that Malachi, who is 8, almost 9 years old now, was suffering with not just 1 or 2 warts, but I mean a significant outbreak of warts.
Warty kid. This kid had warts all over him.
His ability to really function.
This kid was warty as fuck. Warty fuck.
Okay, so they got me thinking about it. I'm not surprised. It is an amazing immunomodulator, and so I can see that it would work. And so at what point did you see that there was actually improvement really going to work?
Well, we really started to notice it around 12 weeks. You can see these things actually getting smaller and then going down to with just little red marks. The whole things are gone.
The size of that. It's disgusting.
Absolutely.
It's blown away.
This is awesome. Yeah, this is awesome.
Another amazing story. Why? We're talking about Carnivora. Call them to awaken your immune system and protect yourself now. Call 1-866-836-8735. That's 1-866-836-8735. Or visit carnivora.com. CARNIVORA.
I'm gonna make this fuck from Mumbai tech look like a dumb fuck. Really? Yeah.
Are we alone in the universe? This action-packed drama includes a 7